Ladies, gentlemen, and of course those of you that are undecided yet, well, welcome back to the Huntsman Media Channel. Today we've got something pretty special for you again, something I like to call the unicorn. What do you mean by unicorn, I hear you ask? Good question. No, I'm not talking about a beautiful woman who is smart, funny, and into all the same shit that you are, because they don't exist, or they're extremely rare. What I am talking about, in fact, is rarer still. And what I am talking about, of course, is this. No, that's 100% not what I was talking about. I'm gonna need a little moment to, how did that even get there? Why does that smell like Richo? What I am talking about, of course, is the Nightforce NX8 4x32 in Mil-XT. Now this little beauty first started turning heads at SHOT Show 2019 and then started making the rounds on social media in the US from there. Huntsman then started getting lots of inquiries as to when we could expect to start landing them or seeing them in Australia. Our customers were actually quite vocal on the subject, asking us questions such as, where's the NX8? When are you going to get the NX8? Why aren't you getting the NX8 now?
Where's the money? When are you going to get the money? Why aren't you getting the money now? And so on.
So it may have taken some time, but just like a boat full of illegals during the Labor government years, this bad boy has finally hit Australian shores. So the NX8 itself has been available for some time with a myriad of different reticle patterns. So I can hear you asking, what makes this so unique? Why is it called the so-called unicorn? And that's because the actual reticle pattern that is now available in, which is the Mil-XT. Now the Mil-XT is an evolution of the already popular Mil C reticle by Nightforce. The Mil C was an already fast and accurate reticle pattern which was very popular amongst the competition shooters as well as field hunters. The big difference is the Mil-XT now offers holdovers and hold-offs for rapid target engagement. With the added holdovers and hold-offs, the shooter can now confidently engage targets without having to hold dead space if he doesn't have time to dial in his dope or data. Many of you may already be familiar with a similar reticle pattern called the Tremor 3, which is widely used throughout police and military snipers throughout the world. The Tremor 3 allowed the shooter to engage multiple targets at varying ranges in a high threat environment at rapid speed. So if your main effort is to help assist insurgents or bad people in bad places die of acute lead poisoning, then the Tremor 3 is perfect. However, if you're a competition shooter or field hunter, you could probably find it a little bit busy at times. This is where the Mil-XT can really play to its strengths. It offers a bit more than the Mil C and a bit less of the Tremor 3. Alright, so let's talk about some of the specs of the NX8 Mil-XT. The magnification, it's a 4-32 power variation of magnification. So at 32 power, you can zero in at the smallest target at the longest range for that precise shot. Aim small, miss small, as the late Chris Kyle used to say.
Aim small, miss small.
On 4 power, from memory, I think you've got about a field of view of about 8 meters, which gives you the ability to zap any up close range targets or any moving targets with ease. It's a first focal plane scope, which means as you zoom in on the target, the reticle pattern values remain the same, making your ability to mill or range estimate targets easier. So click values, depending on whether you go MOA or millirad, 1 click is worth 0.25 MOA or 0.1 millirad. Now if you're just a knuckle dragger like myself, I run with millirad because 1 click equals 1 centimeter at 100 meters, and it just doubles as the further distance you go out. It couldn't be any more simpler than that. This will help you avoid making decisions when you're on the clock or under pressure, like, oh, 1 click equals this quarter MOA, which equals this. Oh, never mind, the target's gone. I can tell you, if someone had told me back in high school that sniping was just weaponized mathematics, I probably would have paid a little bit more attention and not drawn as many dicks in my notebook. The internal adjustment ranges. You have 90 MOA or 26.2 millirad of elevation adjustment, as well as 70 MOA or 20.4 millirad of windage adjustment. It has internal zero stop. As you can see, this red cap obviously comes off. All right, let's talk about the clarity. The lenses on these are pretty much as close to perfect as you can get. In fact, the glass is so good, you can almost see into the future. Let's have a look. Well, I could have told you that.
United States, President Obama is the ex-president, Mr. Trump for the moment.
Now, as I mentioned previously, I have been calling this scope the unicorn because it has been extremely popular and very hard for people to get their hands on. We actually sold our very first one right before the panic buying of the toilet paper and the great toilet paper famine of 2020 kicked off. And as we did a little piece on this on social media, we had people offering us up to 3 to 4 packets of 24 ply toilet paper, the real good stuff, in exchange for one of these, which was worth more than gold at the time. But being the switch stick that I am and a closet prepper, we already had a large supply of toilet paper, so we didn't have to go to that drastic means. These have been selling out just as fast as Nightforce can land them, so we're actually creating a waiting list that people can put their names on if they're interested in getting one. If you are interested in trying to get your hands on one of these scopes, send us an email at sales@huntsmanaus.com or call the shop and we'll get you on the back list. Like I said, they are extremely popular. The one I've used in this video is actually a customer's scope. I've snuck it out of the shop prior to selling it to him next week, so it's not for sale. Well, that's it guys. Thanks for sticking out with us. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe or leave a comment on our videos or any of our social media platforms. Got some pretty supportive comments on the last one, so thank you very much for those of you who took the time to watch and like it, and we've increased our subscribers, which is excellent. So from my count, I think we're only now 999,805 subscribers away from hitting our 1 million subscriber goal. So hey, we're nearly there. Thanks very much guys. Cheers for sticking around and we'll see you next time. Cheers.